Welcome to Podcast Premium. Today, we're diving deep into a topic that many of you might resonate with, perhaps without even realizing it: the often contradictory experience of inner evolution. You see, there comes a crucial point in our personal growth journey that can feel incredibly perplexing. The more you begin to truly understand yourself, the more you might paradoxically find yourself feeling different, perhaps even distant from certain individuals in your life. Now, this isn't because you've suddenly become better or superior. It's not about judgment, nor does it diminish the love or affection you hold for them. Instead, it's about something far more fundamental. You begin to inhabit a distinct inner space, a new landscape of self. And when that happens, everything around you starts to subtly yet profoundly shift. One of the least discussed truths about evolution, in my professional experience, is that it fundamentally alters the language you speak within yourself. Initially, this transformation is incredibly subtle. You might notice you no longer fully resonate with certain conversations. Perhaps you can't participate with the same energy in particular social dynamics, or you simply don't feel the need to explain or prove as much as you once did. For a while, we often try to compensate. We attempt to adapt, to simplify our feelings, to remain emotionally accessible to everyone. We might stretch ourselves thin trying to fit. But eventually, a pervasive sense of weariness sets in. It's not physical exhaustion. It's the profound fatigue of constantly diminishing yourself, of shrinking to fit into spaces that no longer authentically reflect who you are becoming. And this leads us directly to one of the greatest fears that accompanies evolution: the fear of losing connections. Because the undeniable truth is, evolution changes relationships. Sometimes these changes are discreet, a gentle drifting apart. Other times they are radical and abrupt. Think about it. Your communication rhythm shifts, your core interests evolve, your perception of life deepens, and your tolerance for superficiality often diminishes. Even the very sensation of silence beside someone can feel different. During this transitional period, it's common for many of us to believe we're doing something wrong. We question ourselves. But perhaps, just perhaps, you're not doing anything wrong at all. Maybe you simply can no longer continue to function from an outdated version of yourself. It's a natural progression. I believe that true spiritual maturity also involves accepting a very simple yet profound reality. Not everyone is meant to walk with you through every single version of yourself. Some individuals appear in your life to lay a crucial foundation. Others are there for a specific transition, a bridge from one phase to another. And some are catalysts for your awakening, sparking a realization or a shift. Very few, indeed, remain for the entirety of your journey. And crucially, this doesn't diminish the validity or beauty of those past relationships. It doesn't mean they were false. Often, people simply fulfill their essential role in our lives, and then our paths naturally diverge. The real challenge, and where we often struggle, is when we try to force continuity, driven solely by our fear of change and loss. There's a particular kind of solitude that is rarely discussed. It's not physical loneliness, though it might feel like it. Instead, it's the profound solitude experienced between two versions of yourself. It's that pivotal moment when you are no longer who you once were, yet you haven't fully become who you are destined to be. This space, this in-between, can feel incredibly empty and disorienting. However, I want to reframe that for you. This emptiness is in fact a sacred space of recalibration. It's an internal threshold, a crucial transition point. And often it is precisely in this quiet, transformative space that your true reconnection with yourself truly begins. Because when the external noise eventually settles, you start to hear something fundamentally different, something clearer, your own authentic direction. I believe one of the most critical moments in anyone's life is when they finally stop abandoning themselves in an effort to preserve connections that no longer truly represent who they are. This shift doesn't happen with anger, nor with a sense of superiority, and certainly not with drama. It unfolds with a profound sense of lucidity and clarity. It's understanding, deeply, that real, genuine love does not demand the annihilation of your own essential self. True authenticity will inevitably, and quite naturally, filter the relationships in your life. This isn't a punishment or a harsh judgment. It's a profound process of alignment. So if you're currently in a period where you sense certain connections are changing, please don't rush to interpret it as a loss. Sometimes the path simply becomes quieter before it becomes truly authentic. And sometimes evolution separates you from certain things, only to finally bring you closer to yourself. We'll speak again next time.